Oh, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on, watch this. That's better.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Lauren gaming the system already today.
Whoa, our light's way off today.
Let's see what I can do.
What's
about that.
happening?
I need some makeup.
I wonder if.
Yeah, I'm like glowing. I look very. What's that movie with those vampires that weren't that scary but
Twilight.
sparkled? Twilight.
I was going
What
to
if
say,
we-
there have been a number of
see, I
vampire
can do
movies.
I
a
look
little
very
bit of-
Twilighty.
Twilighty.
Well, I'm
Twilighty.
wondering if
There
we're
we go.
live.
It's
Are we
color.
live on your phones?
I'm live. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live. We got 4 people watching us
Okay,
already.
good. I'm in Facebook jail.
We
Sorry,
should
I
have started the
apologize,
show.
everybody.
We should have started the show with taps for your meme collection.
Oh, my meme killed.
It's
So
dead.
why did you lose
The
it? I mean, did
memes-
you delete them?
The
or-
memes
Well,
are dead. My kids are always saying that. That meme's dead, Dad. That means
Yeah, it's dead.
your
It's
whole
gone.
folder
It's
is
gone.
dead.
Don't dead meme me.
Don't dead meme me.
Well,
It's worse than a dead leg.
Oh,
I mean, I
guess.
killed it is what happened. I made a decision that, because when I would share memes, I would do a cluster share,
Yeah,
right?
I always look forward to
Of
that.
funny memes.
Your meme dump.
Meme dump, yeah. The curation of my art.
Yeah.
So,
Always look forward to that.
so I started thinking when I got put in Facebook jail
I know
yesterday.
what I forgot to do. I forgot to turn our logo on.
Oh,
back
there we go.
Oh, I kind of like the reflection.
Our
Yeah.
lights off, our logo. I'm in jail. There's a lot happening.
It's a big
Pets'
day.
heads are falling off.
Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria.
So I got to thinking, well, I've shared several kind of, dicey memes.
There we go.
So I'm like, I better delete these because here's the problem. I have businesses that I run off of my Facebook account, which is currently the
You
only
kinda
reason
need it.
I'm on Facebook.
Oh, man, I know that's right.
And not so much that, but the Friends of the Park, I have an obligation to that organization to
Sure.
be able to share
Yeah.
events. And so I'm like, I better go back through and just delete these because I have no idea at what point they're going to deem one of these.
So you self-censored.
I self-censored because I can't, as I'm set up right now, I can't just get my kicked off of my profile completely.
It's a great reminder, folks. We have a website, and you can find us on YouTube. And
That's right. Twitter.
yeah,
Yep, so-
you don't have to watch us on Facebook because
right.
someday we may be all kicked off of
We
Facebook.
all- we could all get zucked.
So yeah, I mean, I felt like I had to delete them because there were especially some back the first time I ever did the meme dump that were very COVID-y. They were, they
Yeah,
were
those are
so
the ones
funny.
that'll get you.
They were so funny.
They'll
And-
get ya.
And I think that's why this one got me.
They'll get you.
But this one was a little. And
COVID-y.
weirdly enough, I told Will I do not remember posting this meme. I went back and looked because you can't see it on your profile once they deem it against their standards, and it is very out of character for me to post this meme. I think I was set up.
It was a
You've been
setup.
set up.
I think I was set up.
You think Zuckerberg went in and added
went
a
after
meme
me.
to your account?
I think he went after me
Yep.
I bet he did.
because I did a meme dump 2 or 3 days before, and then this was apparently a standalone meme. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you mean that you got flagged? You were flagged in the system.
I think I got
Something's
flagged.
fishy.
You could be on a no-fly list right now, and you don't even know it.
Well, and I'm.
Ooh.
Oh, geez.
You can't buy a gun. You can't fly.
This
You know what
escalated quickly.
you want me to run your background check?
It happens real quick.
I'm okay.
Okay,
I'm okay.
that's all good.
Yeah, so it was weird.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, and I do not recall posting that.
The
meme. I don't
the-
think I posted it.
The one time I got an account warning, they said, you posted this post, and it was like 9 months earlier. And so we're just warning you on this, but it didn't show me what it was that I posted. So I have no idea what it was that they didn't like.
That's how they get you.
And
Would that stand in a court of law?
no, it wouldn't.
But
and then
I mean, is there any legal? There's no.
Not in Facebook.
no, I
because
mean it's a private
Yeah,
club.
they
You're
so
can
they
do
make,
whatever they want to do.
they make
Yeah,
up their
yeah.
own rules.
I don't think people understand that. There's no freedom of speech
no,
in Facebook.
doesn't
No.
work.
just not-
Zuck is the standard.
Tatiana has it right there. It's a conspiracy.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy, Tatiana. I
Yeah,
know
for
this.
sure.
It's definitely a conspiracy.
The one time
They're
I
coming
did
for
get
me.
in Facebook jail, it was a total setup. I mean, it was it was classic setup, and
I'm
it was
not living right. I've yet to go to
no,
jail.
and it was. I
not
think
living on
it
the
was,
edge.
I know.
and it was over K-ROG actually. So what I did, I created K-ROG, and it goes through. It's like set up your page. It's like get a cover title and put it in your profile picture and do your first post and invite your friends. I'm like okay, and I went to invite my friends, and I just And there's a button that says invite all.
Yeah.
I
Right.
clicked invite all, and it came back and said, you've invited too many people, and you're now in Facebook jail. I'm like,
You shouldn't have had the invite all
Because
button.
it
in
made
It's
you,
Facebook.
like the
it
cop-
made you like a bot. They thought you were a bot.
well,
then.
I
that
don't
many
know,
friends.
but I mean, it's like the cop says, hey, steal that cheeseburger, and so you steal that cheeseburger,
eat
and
it.
then he arrests you for stealing the cheeseburger.
You're like, but that was a delicious cheeseburger.
Dirty.
and that's exactly
You've
what
been
happened.
done dirty.
I was done dirty.
Well,
So it wasn't bad. Like for a week, I couldn't comment on stuff. So it wasn't that
morning,
bad.
It's the
Beth.
best week of your life.
Yeah, it was. It was all right. Vicky's been
comments.
warned that her post would be at the bottom.
Oh,
So that's like a shadow ban.
well, you
That's
don't get to
awesome.
be at the top.
Yeah, you're not at the top
Well,
anymore.
and I mean, it is. It's a good subject because we have this big problem that we've created that a lot of us rely on Facebook to communicate information as well as fun and social stuff. And if that gets pulled out from under us, it's like, well, crap. What do we do now?
Yeah, no, it's true. And
No,
it's
yeah.
interesting though. I think because I think part of the problem stems from we have a fundamental misunderstanding about what the difference is in our country as a whole of what is a right and what is a privilege.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so the easiest way I have ever found to determine if something is a right or a privilege is if it inherently exists. If you have it unless someone interferes with it, it's a right. So you have the right to free speech unless someone takes it away. You have the right to defend yourself, to bear arms, unless someone takes it away. You have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And those, if you were alone on a desert island, you would have those rights. Okay? That's
Okay.
a right. A privilege has to be created, earned, or given to you by someone else. So you don't have a right to a Lamborghini because someone has to create it,
I'm going home.
or you have to earn it, or someone has
Howard's
to
like,
give it to
I don't
you.
want a Lamborghini.
Does that make
I wanted that
sense?
to be a right.
I think it's a really easy way to determine if something is a right or a privilege is to think about, do you have it unless someone takes it away, or does it have to be earned, created, or given to you? If it has to be earned, created, or given to you, it's a privilege. That's why healthcare is a privilege, not a right.
That's
okay,
right.
that's interesting.
Correct.
Yes.
That's why food is a privilege, not a right.
Correct.
Because someone has to create it, earn it, or give it to you, or you don't have it.
Interesting point.
So,
Deep thoughts.
if you just sort of
Not
analyze
by Jack
everything.
Candy.
Thanks, Tatiana. I guess that's for me. I don't know. I hope so.
It is. It is.
I'm just over here going, Yeah.
I'm over here
want a
trying to figure
Lamborghini.
out which headset am I? I need to turn down my volume.
I think you're two.
I'm going
Should be
deaf.
two.
I think you're two. Did that help?
There we go. That's better.
Are you better?
That's much better. Yeah.
Okay, now I'll talk louder. So, no, I'm just kidding.
All the way down on Will's mic.
Yeah. I don't
And
wanna
that's
hear
what
that.
our 4 viewers just did.
We need the whammy to go. Pew.
Come sweep
Hit
us
that
off
button.
the stage. There we go. The fairy dust button.
Yay.
Yeah, so I mean, what are we gonna do when because I kind of think Facebook's not gonna last forever because it's historically nothing does. So
That's true. And there's all this talk of new platforms coming out, but at what point can one actually take over?
It's almost like, though its existence right now is so endemic, it's almost like saying, the federal highway system sucks. We're just going to build all new roads. And nobody's going
Yeah.
to do that.
No,
and
that's a
nobody's
good point.
And to actually get the platform that you have on Facebook, very, very difficult.
Yep.
To recreate that platform. Anywhere else you go, you're going to have a more limited platform.
Sure.
And so the only thing you can really do is simulcast to another platform and then watch your numbers
See what happens.
and
Yeah.
see what happens. You can't make just stop here, start there.
Yeah, there are plenty of off ramps.
Yeah.
But
they
you're-
just don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say but you're gonna be alone.
Yeah.
And sometimes that feels really nice. I'm already
Yeah.
planning for summer of 2023 a sabbatical. I've never taken a sabbatical.
Good.
oh, that's fun.
And so
How long of a spaghetti?
Spagatical.
spagatical.
Oh, jeez.
It will be somewhere between 6 and 8 weeks, I believe. We're still working on the details of it.
Good for you.
But that's
I like this.
But one of the things I'm looking forward to most is being off of social media and having it covered for the church and everything else.
Yeah.
So I don't have to.
Yeah.
It's not we're not dropping the ball, but I don't
Sure,
have
sure,
to be
sure.
a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
good.
and
important.
without and I know most people in most professions don't get a sabbatical, but that's another story for another day. But everybody can take a social media break, and I highly encourage it. Find a way,
Except for Tuesday mornings.
except for Tuesday mornings. Yep. But even then, like, watch it on YouTube. You don't
Sure.
have to watch it on Facebook.
That's right. You can just watch in fact, you could go to, like on your app, on my Apple TV, you can bring up Facebook Watch and just watch
That's right.
the broadcast.
Yeah, so you could ignore all the other stuff and just watch.
Yep, you can.
Well, that was the thought I had yesterday. I'm like, well, I would love to get off of Facebook right now because this is an unjust situation. And again, I seriously like, blah, I can't talk this morning. Don't think that I shared the meme, which is weird. But I'm like, I can't. But it'd be really nice if I could separate my, business and organizations because, like, I'm on the PTAs as one of the admins.
I can't imagine how many notifications you get.
Oh, I have to turn them all off.
Yeah,
It drives me crazy because Friends of the Park, PTA,
Ding, ding, ding,
J.R.
ding,
Hutchison
ding,
team, and I deleted one recently because I was like, I just can't. And K-ROG. Well, I'm not an admin. I'm an editor, I think.
Yeah, but you still get the notifications.
Yeah, I have to turn them all off because if I don't, like when we had voting for the T-shirt contest in Friends of the Park, I think there was 156 votes.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, I would have it just been crazy.
So when you open up the Facebook app on your phone, it's always 9+ on the little red button down there on notifications.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every time.
Which I am one of those notification. I can't have emails in my inbox.
Same way
I
here.
can't have red dots on my thing.
Doesn't bother me.
So I
you want to know how many emails I have on my phone?
Either you're a serial killer or a normal human.
Okay, you ready? You ready for the number? 84,888 emails.
Unread.
Dude. Does not bother me.
Bro, are you not managing your subscriptions?
Does not bother me.
That's a problem. My inbox.
I'm in shock.
My inbox.
I don't even. I
have 4 notifications.
Don't care.
And I'm going to go edit, delete. And now I have one email I've already read.
Hey, hold on. I'm going to get rid of it.
How do we have 20 people watching
Hold on.
this?
I got 84,000. Hey, stay with me for a minute, guys.
Tell us in your comments.
Watch me delete my email. It's good TV.
Tell us in your comments how many are you? What is the definition of these people? We need to define them. Are you crazy or are you normal?
Hey, how do you delete these?
On your iPhone, hit edit.
And
then you have to select them all individually, and then you hit delete.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a process for you, man.
Just keep talking. I got
if you do it on your computer, you can go
84,887 now.
If you do it on your computer, you can just mass delete them a lot easier.
My brain physically reacted to what you just said.
Awesome.
No, I think that's true, though, and I'm interested because there are people that like I'm one of those people like if the little I call them zits on my phone, the little red dots.
You got to pop them, huh?
I got to pop the zits, and I don't like them, and.
That's awesome.
So I get rid of all the little red dots.
That's freaking me out right now.
I know it's a problem.
Hey, let us know.
Your phone.
Let us know online right now. Are you a
See, there's
zit
little
popper?
red. There's red things.
Yeah, and it's YouTube. I have 348 notifications on YouTube, so it's time to make those go away. But I can do that real easy on YouTube. I just hit the notifications because they're always just like recommendations of videos that I don't want.
We need to label what are
now
now
they're gone. And then Netflix is trying to tell me that I have the show that they want me to watch, and I don't want to watch.
Why do you let Netflix tell you stuff like that?
I don't. I could turn that. I can and should turn the notification off. Absolutely. But every once in a while, it'll tell me that there's a new season of a show I do want to watch, so I kind of keep it on.
I'm an unsubscriber.
If
you send me
an email,
an unwarranted email, you're getting unsubscribed.
I unsubscribe from people that aren't email lists. Like it's just somebody like I don't want to get their emails anymore. Just like so.
Yeah.
Like if you just send me an
email.
I do that
occasionally.
So like I have people that they'll like salespeople. They're like, hey, we've got this new domain. We'd like you to take a look at. I'll just like unsubscribe.
Okay, we got a name. We have to come up with a name for the two types of people.
I don't think we have to come up with a name. It's already out there. There's got to be. I don't know.
There's got to be a name.
There's a little bit of OCD in what we're doing.
Definitely OCD for you guys on some levels.
Yeah. No, I'll cop to that. That's
Abby,
true.
she's a delete, block, and unsubscribe. A DBU.
DBU. The
DBU.
You needed to see it written out.
A DBU. Okay, so we have a DBU, and then what's the other like acronym? Ignore.
Hide.
Carry on with life.
All right, so we have named what Will and I are.
Smiley happy people.
And Abby,
that's what I am.
We're DBUs.
Smiley happy people. I'm just over here
big,
loving
guys.
life.
This
Don't
is
care.
Hot mess. That could be an option too.
An HM.
Your inbox is a hot mess.
Hot mess.
My Myers-Briggs, I'm an ESTP.
DBUs versus
I'm an
HMs.
ENTP.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
Do you have your Enneagram? Did you do that?
I never did that.
Slackers
Shayna,
what's my
versus
Enneagram?
I'm a 3-5-7.
Yeah.
You're on crazy and normal. That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, Tatiana's.
You're crazy and normal. DBU.
Which one am I,
versus
Tatiana?
HMs.
I think I'm normal
Yeah.
and crazy.
But I think the difference is, Lauren, you and I treat my inbox as my to-do list. And I will legitimately tell
I do
someone,
too.
if
I
you
really do too.
don't text me, don't tell me, don't call me. If you need me to do something, email me. And I will either say, no, I don't want to do that, and delete your email, or I'll leave it in my inbox until
Yep.
I've got it done.
That's exactly what I
And then
do.
once it's done, it goes out of my inbox. So I can look at my inbox and say, it's empty, and that makes me feel good
I'm
because
done.
I'm done.
Yep, I do the exact same thing.
So your 84,000 means I got a lot of work to do.
You're
Really?
you're behind.
Yeah.
You have
That's
a
what
large
it means to me.
honey-do list.
That's what it would mean to me.
It's big. When you
is
go on
I have a
sabbatical,
lot
what are
of
you
work
going to do about that list?
Maybe I'll go through and delete. Maybe that's one of the things I'll do.
It'll
I'll
take
pop
you
all the
6
zits.
to 8 months to go through all
I'll sit there and pop all those zits. I mean, the mirror will be covered with pussy ooze.
Stop.
It'll just be running down the mirror.
No!
Like our front door.
No!
Oh, I saw that.
My stomach physically reacted to that.
That happened after my boys cleaned.
I'm sure it
wanna-
did.
Oh,
I had no
let's-
doubt about that.
I actually know how that happened. And it wasn't my zit.
Yeah, I'm
You have to stop saying that.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
People
What?
keep watching.
Ew.
My inbox or the zits?
No, what you said, that word. Don't say that word.
Pussy ooze?
Oh,
Probably be moist too.
Yeah, that probably is.
stop talking.
Not as bad as
It
what
is
you said last
Too early.
Tuesday.
That was a completely
But we won't go back to that.
blocked-
reasonable comment.
I've blacked
that
it out.
You creeps took it a weird way.
I had 2 different people
Oh
last
no,
week
that's I remember
comment
now.
off air
Yeah.
about,
Lauren.
I can't believe she said that.
Yep, she said it right here on the waffle. You heard it right here.
I read right now. I literally innocently said that. I
You
was
did.
Probably
not
what got you
even-
banned from
I was-
Facebook.
Yeah, oh, that's
That's
it.
what
That's the one.
50 Cent. 50. Unban me. Now I'm in jail, just like 50.
It's a $1.50.
Oh, that was funny because everybody just reamed 50 for his
Yeah,
physique.
yeah.
And somebody I know was like, post a picture of yourself from 20 years ago.
That's
versus
great.
now.
I did see like a serious post of like not fat shaming people, and I'm like,
Tatiana's triggered.
All triggered.
yeah, oh my gosh. Seriously, if you can't laugh at that, like that's not fat shaming.
No.
When you step into the public eye, you're gonna get comments
You're
like that.
hanging
Yeah, you're hanging
upside
upside down like a
Asking
piece
for
of
Yeah.
old rapper guy.
Of what Lauren
Like
said.
a piece of.
What Lauren said. What Lauren said right there.
I literally, of all of the things I've said in my life, that is not even top 5%
Yeah, that's
bad.
what's best. Is
Yeah,
it
but you
wouldn't
said
even make
it,
your
you said
list.
it on a live broadcast.
Wouldn't
That's
even
what's
make-
bad.
Yeah, that's right.
I think what you said last week was way worse.
What did I say? Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
not.
that's no dredge. I
Let's
don't
not
know.
even bring that up.
I like to block all
It
that out.
involved Ronaldo,
Oh yeah.
my
not
soccer
bad.
boyfriend.
Ronaldo.
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 I was watching an episode of MasterChef, and they introduced this like famous
Back to Master Chef
famous
with
soccer
all-
player, and I'm like, I have no idea who that is. It's like some famous American soccer player, but he had like a foreign name, and I didn't know who he was. Like,
Christian Pulisic.
no, Alexi something.
Oh, Alexi Lawless.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That's a
So
nice name.
yeah, and before I was into soccer, Alexi
Yeah.
made it big. So back in the '90s, trying to remember which World Cup it was,
Probably
but
why he's
it-
on MasterChef now.
yeah, the United States made a big splash in that World Cup and surprised the world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was actually incredible. In fact, it's the first time I remember tuning into soccer and going, well, "This is pretty cool."
That's neat.
Speaking of sporting events Americans don't care about, the Olympics are over.
I still haven't watched. It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Didn't watch one
It's
event.
over. Yeah, they had the closing ceremony. Say extinguish the torch, and it's all over, and nobody noticed. Talking
Yeah.
about going out without a whimper.
No, too busy,
Thanks, China.
censoring me.
I say we'll pick up on your conversation from last week. I say China and Russia have their own Olympics, and then the rest of the world will have ours.
And North Korea, they can go with
And
it.
North Korea,
Yeah, they
right.
can.
I don't know. There's a bunch of,
And Cuba and what's the
okay,
other one?
we're going to name half the
Venez-
country.
Venezuela.
If you really start thinking
And
about it, it's going
Vietnam.
to be half the world.
In Vietnam. There's 5 communist countries in the world.
I like the idea, Jesse's idea, of there's 2 Olympic stadiums, one winter, one summer.
Yeah,
Boom.
it's always there.
Always in
they're
And
not
it's
very-
like,
Always
like,
in Athens.
DC's not a state or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like that land is not owned by anybody.
like the Vatican.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome! I
Yeah.
like that idea.
What's that called? That has a name.
District of Columbia.
No.
No,
No, I'm just teasing.
I may not know some words.
What is that word?
I feel like it's got a name.
Well, it's
like in
some kind of a neutral territory.
In Houston, or not, gosh, I can't. In Texas, they have like sovereign areas or whatever, or your place.
Or my place, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Well, yeah, it would be its own sovereign
nation,
essentially.
yeah.
So like Switzerland, but with actually some flat ground and not cold and mountainous.
Well,
But you got to ski somewhere.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I guess it works for the Winter Olympics.
I mean, and there's mountains out there that nobody really wants because you can't do anything with them. So, I mean, a mountain would be the first,
Poor
perfect.
mountain. Poor
Makes-
unwanted mountain.
Well, I mean, mountains are kind of difficult.
They're a challenge.
Yeah.
You can't put roads on them.
I've read some books from
Goats
the
barely
old
like
pioneers.
them.
Evidently, it's kind of a
That's a
challenge.
big deal. So that's what I'm saying, and that makes perfect sense. Now, the world coming together and making that decision, slim to none.
Yeah. No.
So that's not
Which
bad.
country can we take over to make the sovereign state of the Olympics?
I don't know. I mean, I think
North Korea.
I think you'd have to buy it. I mean,
I'm
you
okay
get
with
together
buying
and
it.
The IOC, whatever, they just
We
buy it.
are solving a lot of world's problems this morning.
Buy it
We've
with
created
Bitcoin, right?
The definitions of
Well,
the
with
types
all
of
that bribe
people.
money they've been getting, they can they ought to be able to afford some.
You know who it hurts? Is the IOC? That's how you say it.
IOC. I don't know. They could actually do well with that.
That's what I'm saying. They could own it. And then if a country wants to be the sponsoring country, you can be the sponsoring country, right?
I guess.
Sure.
there you go.
Do we need that?
No.
I
Yeah.
feel
I
like
don't
once
think
you
you
get a
need that.
sponsoring country involved,
that's
you're in
true.
trouble.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, just note it, everybody.
We
And
fixed corruption, and then you brought it right back in.
Darn it. Olympic
Doggone
people.
it, Lauren.
Olympic people. Just note this is what needs to happen.
We're here for you. Just call.
I mean, I can make some phone calls and see if we could get some land.
Yeah. Let's do. Yeah. Well, that's up right up your alley, isn't it?
Yeah, I am a realtor. I mean, I could call and see if I can arrange this.
Just put the deal together.
I mean,
Problem is there's
it
no
would have
land
to be
left.
in
The
Missouri.
foreigners came in and bought it all.
So it'd have to be in Missouri. Yeah. It would have to be in Missouri because I can only practice real estate in Missouri. I mean, we did have Snow Bluff Ski, Missouri there for a while. So
I was talking to a friend last night, and he said that he's moving out of Washington State in July. And
Washington State seems to be losing a lot of people.
So they in November got their pods reserved.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady said, good thing you did this now, because we expect by the end of the month all the pods to be taken up through summer.
Yes.
and-
There is, in other words, a mass exodus out of Washington State.
Yes.
Well, the
Washington
eastern half
State
of-
is one of the ones that it's a big. Washington, Oregon, California.
Right.
The eastern half of Washington has. There are people that are petitioning to switch to Idaho. Seriously,
Idaho's like,
That's
whoa.
when
legit
you know
thing.
it's bad, when you're like, you know
Yeah,
what?
it's like we'd rather be
Idaho.
We'd rather be Idaho.
Most people don't even know Idaho's a state.
I know it's like
Yeah,
potatoes.
If they didn't have potatoes,
yeah, it'd be difficult to know.
I found out 2 weeks ago from my dad that my probably Scottish people that ended up, like relatives way back, that ended up in the
Scottish?
Appalachian Mountains, right?
Yep.
Came to Missouri, met each other, got married, had a
hit
baby.
their shins on the mountains.
Yep, hit their shins on the mountains. Had a baby, went to Idaho for one winter and lived in a covered wagon with a baby and noped out and came back to Missouri. So if you're a
That makes
Scottish
sense.
Appalachian Mountain Missourian that can't make it in Idaho, you know what I mean? You come back. That's how
Yeah,
bad Idaho is.
that's how bad it
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
If you're that rough of a dude and you're like, no, I'm not gonna live
That's
here.
right, Tatiana. Yep.
And one interesting thought that just popped into my head, people are like, everybody's invading us. Cross-country moves are really hard to pull off.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been
these-
watching 1883. It's really tough.
Yeah, it's
Gosh.
no good. It's not easy. And a lot of these people have animals and different stuff too. It's really hard to move cross-country.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people, they think they're going to come into the Midwest and they get to like Colorado and go like, this is good enough.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So I mean, what I'm trying to get at is these people are not making this decision lightly. Like it's a big deal to move.
Well, I
cross-country.
proposed a while back for Rogersville a city flag, and Lauren kind of poo-pooed down on that.
I don't like
so
city
we didn't. So I decided we should have a slogan, and here's the slogan: if you vote blue, just drive on through. I like it. Put it on a big billboard.
I don't know how to respond.
I got nothing, Lauren.
I don't know. I got no response.
That's a good one.
I have nothing.
Get a clue.
He's
we
really
don't
proud
want.
of it. He's really
get
proud
a
of
clue.
himself.
He is
We
proud.
don't want you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
geez.
drive on through.
I don't know what to say.
Yep.
If you're just listening and not seeing our faces, we just don't know what to say.
I'm trying to hide behind my microphone.
I'll say it.
We know, Will. We know you'll say it.
And the thoughts given here may
And
not
we
represent
lost 7 viewers.
So anyway, you excited about the next big winter storm?
Yeah,
What's
let's see
this
that
winter
happening
storm
tonight.
named? Do we have a name for it?
I'm gonna name it Go Away.
I'm naming it Suck.
Let's name it Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Zuckerberg. Seriously, why are we doing winter again?
I don't know.
Well,
It was
still
so
February.
nice yesterday. It was
Yeah.
73.
It was very
The
nice.
wind was a bit much.
that was fall spring. Now we had suckers winter, and first and fake spring. This is real winter is what we've got coming now.
This is a bit much. Like we've had Februarys where we get a big storm, but
Yeah.
this is every week.
It was funny.
Enough already.
I went to Specialty Sweets and was having lunch, and it was the day that it was going to be icy, right? That they let school out early. And Brenda and Glenn just did not expect to be that busy that day.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, I thought nobody was going to be in here. And I'm like, oh, no. We've had 1 week of snow. We are now officially Northerners.
Yeah, we're
going
going
to
to drive
be
on
in
it. Yep.
Yeah.
You can only hold us Missourians 1 week. That's all we've got.
I found myself defiant yesterday. I was looking at my schedule for Wednesday afternoon when it's all supposed to hit, and I'm like,
Nope.
I'm not canceling anything.
I'm not.
We're
you're not
doing
gonna
this.
Cancel this.
Nope, we're going on.
This is true.
Thank you, Tatiana. I appreciate the support. I agree.
They do.
Yep.
I mean, they are.
Yep.
And like I said, it's not an easy decision to make.
Right.
No.
Especially if I could not imagine being like, all right, family, we're moving.
Yep.
Like the whole lot of us. Because that's a lot of it, what's happening.
Yeah.
Is like the whole family's coming.
Yep.
And I'm like,
One comes, and then the cousins come, and
I
then the
could
next.
not imagine making that decision. Because you'll talk to them and they're like, I loved living there. It's beautiful. I want to be there. But, the fires ran me off. The crazy politics ran me off.
The economy.
Costs ran me off.
You're working for free. It's like, well,
I mean, that sucks to be ran away from your home.
the old song, work to make a living. I mean, it's just, there's no enjoyment.
Yeah.
All your money's being spent on just the bills.
Yeah.
So
It's
why
no
would you do
bueno.
that?
Yeah. And I feel for these people. I really do, because they're, and then I feel for the local buyers. They're really discouraged right now because they can't buy houses.
Right.
And
Well, but isn't the answer to that? I mean, don't you just sort of need to go, I'm sorry, but just have to accept that you're not going to buy a house right now?
so when I bought my first home,
It's not what she wants to hear.
Well, I know that.
No, I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. What sucks right now is people feel like they're competing with interest rates rising, and they're like, I got to get it now. Well, sometimes it's just not the right time.
Well,
when I bought my first home, it was in 2007. There was not a lot of home inventory because our market had not bottomed out here yet. The crash had happened, but the Springfield market did not bottom
Hadn't
out
caught up quite
until
yet.
like 2010. Then it bottomed out, and then there was inventory everywhere. So what they did is they had stimulus with the first-time home buyer credits.
Right.
People not my age, but people in my circumstances who were trying to buy their first home. Our market hadn't bottomed out, so we didn't have a ton of inventory, but the government intervened and offered a bunch of money to buy houses. So everybody said, I got to go buy a house right now. So we didn't have the supply that the rest of the country had, and we had an increased demand. And lo and behold, it took me, and my mom is a realtor, and then Jared wasn't a realtor yet, couldn't find a house. Looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. I think it took us 6 months to find a house.
Wow.
And then finally I found one, and it wasn't in great. I mean, it was a project that we had to work on. And it's like, guys, this has happened before.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I
Just
mean,
a
ultimately,
different way.
what's going to lead to is we're going to have an oversupply at some point
some
because everybody's
point.
going to build.
Right.
And
I think we're years off from that.
and
but
right now we've got the Great Resignation of baby boomers retiring. Well,
Correct.
they're going to be passing away,
Yeah, so there's going to be homes.
and then there's going to be their homes available for sale. So I mean, there's
Yeah.
something coming. It's just a timing issue.
We tend to
timing
we
issue.
tend to freak out,
Yeah.
and then markets respond. Like used or pre-owned cars is a great example.
Yes.
like the prices are insane.
Yes.
yeah, they're crazy right now.
But if you look at it, people respond to it, and they go as high as people will allow them to go. And then at some people, you go, I'm not buying that.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
the beauty of the free market.
And then and then they bump back down. But so you look at we know the Fed is going to raise rates.
They already have. Yeah.
And next month we know will be the first of probably, I've heard, maybe 7 hikes this year.
yeah, wow.
But even if we have 7 hikes, they're going to be incremental. We may
Yeah.
only get to high 4s, low 5s.
Right.
Which, in 98, when Shayna and I bought our first home, I think we got our home at 7.25%.
Yeah, and that
which
wasn't
felt
too bad.
extremely low compared to what
Yeah.
my, parents were looking at in the 70s
Oh,
and
Yeah,
80s.
where
yeah.
there's
My dad
19,
still
18,
talks about that.
19% interest.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
insane.
yeah.
So, put it in perspective.
Sure.
It is more, and yes, that has an effect on your payment, but
Sure.
Tatiana can probably add some more wisdom in here. But
Yeah.
the reality is they are going to go up, but we're not talking about double digits here.
Yeah,
No.
it's not that big a deal. You know what I want to know is what's Sue having for lunch on Friday?
Oh, that's a
Sue's
great
hoping
question.
that she can be. Oh, that'd be fun. That would be so fun. We should do that.
The state
Do
of,
a special episode on the state of the local market. There's so much to dissect
that's
here.
you and Tatiana.
That'd be
There
fun.
you
We
go.
should do that.
You guys do that.
Maybe bring your brother on too, just so we can.
Yeah, bring in JR, bring in the ringer.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Do
We
it.
should do that. We'll
Make
do
it
that,
happen.
Tatiana.
Make it happen.
Sue's hoping she can be open because if she can't be
Oh,
here
yeah,
Wednesday
yeah,
and
yeah.
Thursday
Oh,
to
yeah.
prepare,
Yeah,
she can't
yeah.
be open Friday. She was really nervous about it yesterday. 'Cause she's like, and
Winter storms
people don't know this.
suck.
Sue drives like 35, 40 minutes to get here. She does not live in Rogersville.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. So, and but yes, there is a time and a place where you just say, hey, listen, let's stop looking for a while. Yeah, maybe your interest rates are going to go up, but you're going to be okay.
Well,
but you may pay less if
Interest-
you wait because
interest rates and
markets are
pricing,
gonna
they
adjust.
affect each other because
Yes.
the lower the interest rates, the higher the price.
Correct.
So it's sort of a balancing act anyway. It's like, we do these business deals where people want to sell their business, and sometimes people just have it fixed in their head. I want to sell my business for $10 million. It's an $8 million business, but I can get you $10 million on paper if you'll carry that back for 20 years at 1% interest.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody will pay you $10 million on paper, but they're making it back up on their interest rate.
Absolutely.
So, if interest rate's low, price can be high. If price is going to be high,
I'll
price
just
is going to
say
be low,
right here,
interest rate's gonna be
my
high.
businesses are, if anybody wants to buy my business for $8 million, you're welcome.
Yep. I'll give you 0.5%
I'll
interest
take
on
that.
that.
I'll
make
take
the-
that. I'll take that deal.
I'll do the paperwork.
There you go. Just make it happen right here, right now.
Oh, man.
Okay, Tatiana.
That would be interesting
Yep,
because
she's
I feel like people are starting to get like angry, frustrated about this, and yeah, that is
You're right, Sharon.
the issue is when someone can't find a home to live in. But I think a lot of that sits in you're gonna have to continue to rent or bunk with relatives, and unfortunately, it's just the nature of the beast right now. There's not enough houses. There's just not.
I was talking to somebody the other day. They bought land and they sold their house, got a premium, bought some land and a nice mobile home.
Brilliant.
Not like trailer, but like motor home, like travel deal.
Oh,
and they're
okay.
just
Coach, motor
parked.
coach,
Yeah,
yeah.
motor
Yeah.
coach. So they're just parked and living in it, and they're
They can sell that later when they're ready to build their home.
happy.
Or
as
have-
I've heard
they're
people do that.
super happy because they're like, we're just going to wait it out. And
For a while, because I also have a friend that's done that, and they're like, get me out of this motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, if you're talking about 1-2 people versus a family of
But
7.
I'm talking about 2 people, but even the 2 are like, enough's enough.
I love this person, but
This was a great idea, but it
Sounds like marriage counseling material right there.
It has an expiration date, I can promise you.
I don't know. It
Count the cost,
obviously
folks.
depends
Count the
on,
cost.
Depends on your makeup to some
All
extent.
the
I'm
cost.
sure that's true. But anyway.
yeah, all the costs.
Well, we've lost over half our viewers at this point, so it's probably time to shut this thing down.
Well, there is one thing to mention, though. Rogersville is growing, and there is a lot of homes coming to Rogersville, and there's a lot of plans being built. Stuff's going through P&Z like every week, it seems like. And so Rogersville is growing. There's going to be, the homes are coming. The real estate market will balance out. It always does. We just don't know when.
Yep.
That's historically how it's worked. And just like anything, it ebbs and flows.
Well, you
So-
mentioned it, and that's why P&Z right now is really important to pay attention to what's going on because, it would take just a small mistake and just really dynamically change the character of a piece of property around town and create a problem going forward. So it's a good time to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good time to do some. I think it's a good time to do some kind of master planning in your life, right?
Sure.
I feel like 2022 is going to be a year of, we're going to look back on and be like, a lot happened that year.
And now we're in my territory. If you'd like some help with master planning your life, I'd love to talk to you about Jesus. And I'm being serious.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Seriously.
You just got Jesus juked, and I meant it.
It's You gonna do some Rick Astley now for
Not
us?
a joke. Jesus.
No, I went ahead and wrote a.
It's not as bad as you think. That's the title of my next seminar.
Yeah, it's good.
There's help.
I went ahead and wrote
Aw,
a life,
like
a mission statement for life. So it's
a good idea.
Yeah, so my mission statement is to glorify God, protect my family, support my community, and make communists uncomfortable. That's my mission statement.
It was going so well, and then he had to throw that in.
It's in writing. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and there's a planning and zoning meeting tonight. If you would like to attend,
There you go.
You can go to those. It's at 6 p.m. at City Hall.
Thanks, Tatiana.
You can
Bring-
learn all kinds of stuff.
Pro tip: bring your own popcorn.
And lawn chair.
And if you're like me, your cell phone
with the
service
straws.
does not work well in that building, and so you
That's
kind of
true.
actually have to sit there and pay attention.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us once again. We'll be back next week with more Morning Waffle. Thanks,
bet,
Beth.
Amen.
And tune in Friday for Cassie and Megan and their show on
They're
Friday
who?
mornings because they're doing a
MOM.
good job, too. Yep,
Yeah,
MOM,
yeah.
the MOM show. Thanks for everybody. See you soon.